What's up, guys? My name is Justin. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on iRacing for IMSA at Daytona, but unlike almost all of my previous IMSA races, we are going to be driving in GT3 today. We are going to be in the Porsche 911R GT3, a car I've raced a couple times on the channel in GT3 fixed, or not GT3 fixed, but GT3 only. I don't think I've ever run IMSA in it because I love my Cadillac LMDH the last several months. So the reason we're doing this is because it's Daytona week. I've built this set for Spencer, Kevin, maybe Anthony, Carl, and maybe Adam are going to give the Daytona 24 a run in this car in late January at the traditional, whatever, January 20th. Daytona 24-hour slot. So just wanted to give their set a shakedown, make sure it's up to my standards as far as performance and comfort, and then let them suggest any changes they want with it. But if it's not up to my standard for drivability and comfort and ability to do what they want to do, because my LMDH effort is going to be trying to win the overall race with Alex and with Steele and with Travis. I think these guys are going to kind of get through more of a yeah, we want to be competitive, but we want to finish. We want to learn. We want to have the experience of doing this for the first time. I think this is going to be my, let's see, 2015 was the first one. This is going to be my 9th attempt at Daytona 24 hours, and it's going to be all those guys first. Of course, I've talked about before. I've run probably close to 30 enduros, total official enduros on the sim now, so I'm super seasoned. A lot of those guys, with the exception of Adam. Carl's run some lately with VSCA with Dave and other enduros and stuff, but Adam, again, has run several with me and with my teams I've put together. But Spencer and Kevin are going to be going into their first one, so good for them to get the track time, the seat time, the ability to just kind of run the race and see how these things play out, and hopefully come up with a good result. But regardless, what I'm trying to say is I want to give their set a test run here that I've built to make sure it is up to my standards for getting around this track. Obviously, a 45-minute race with a fuel stop, we're only going to get front tires, is a little bit different than what they'll have in a 24-hour race. But my goal is to hopefully push 11 tenths and get everything I can out of this. I think it's the evening race, so or getting to be evening at least, and we'll see how that works. We got a little bit of time here. We are going to run V1.2. Again, no real pace expectations from me for this. Just going to try to push the car and see what happens, see where we're at as far as lap times and competitiveness. Probably this is honestly the split I'm going to be in, even at 2100 and some change. It's going to be a better split than what they're going to be in for the actual race, so that's good. And again, it's going to help me driving this car a little bit, hopefully, to experience what we're going to deal with going through traffic in the LMDH for our race. And I'm going to hopefully get an LMDH one recorded later this week in my set for that. So we'll see how that shakes out. We'll use that as a test for our LMDH program, obviously, and we'll see how everything works together. But for now, today, we are going to drive this car. Gotta remember how to drive this car. It's been a little while since I've run some tests in this. I feel pretty comfortable in it. It's tricky. FPS gonna suffer here for a little while. Super scary. Oh, I was just gonna say that's super scary to get through the kink there on cold tires, but we proved that immediately with spinning out. So we'll just make sure we back off the track here before we get back going. Again, not a huge deal. We're just running a lap or two here. We just got time to see what the thing feels like. Cold tires are definitely scary through the kink there. You don't ever want to do what I just did, obviously, but hopefully we can get these FPS up in the race. It is kind of evening sunset type of time, or getting to that point, so that's going to hurt the FPS a little bit. Sean's going to come through us here easily in the LMDH before the bus stops, so not a problem with that. Just got to be mindful of their closing speed here. Go out the driver's right. The Cadillac sounds so good. I can't get over how amazing that car sounds. I wish I was driving it, but this is needed research for this car, so I need the seat time to see competitive-wise in a field what this is going to do. I have been able to run relatively fast. What are we at for GT3 lap times? I think I can run probably a mid to high 45 if I get my lap correct. Again, we're not going to go out and set any blistering lap times or anything. I don't have a Q set for this. We haven't built a Q set. I don't know if John was on a Q set, but I'm not sure I can touch a 43 straight up, but I've been pretty happy with the pace I've had from what I've run, so we'll see what we can do. Again, not going to take anything too terribly seriously, but we're going to have about 350 cars here, which is going to be a bunch of splits, which is going to be great to see. Going to be cool. Hopefully, again, we get in semi competitive split with where our pace is going to be at and see how we do. We'll just start from the back as kind of usual and try to drive up through as much as you can possibly drive up through a GT3 split here. Hopefully we get some LMDHs, not just all GT3. That would kind of suck. I'm not sure if they'll split, if their split will be a GT3 only. I don't know how many. Usually GT3 has a bunch more registrations for the Daytona 24 than any other class, but with the LMDH class being so popular as it is now, hopefully that most of the splits will become at least those two classes we saw at Petit. Even the split Travis and I were in, we didn't have any GT or LMP2, excuse me, but that's fine. I don't care about them. And honestly, it's probably better just to have the two classes, make it really straightforward for passing. So that's kind of the hope. That's kind of the goal. We'll see what we got. 360 now we're up to. So gonna be big splits, a lot of splits, which is great. Gonna be up to like what we're at 9 splits now of 40 cars. So we'll see what our pace is like. Not sure how fast we're gonna be. Let's see what this first lap is. I haven't even been pressing. We've just kind of been on a cider. Just kind of completing the lap. Just about to 41 cars a split. I don't know what the cutoff is or what the maximum is, I guess. But it's a 45.2, which puts us P4 immediately. So I think even on full field, we can easily be into the 44s. I didn't even look in the mirror there to look at the LMDH behind, which is a mistake by me. We'll hold left here, let him go. Overdrove that corner massively. Oh, it sounds so good. It's so fast, accelerating with the hybrid boost juice. Oh, just about died again there. A little bit of aero wash. Just put the tires here to make sure we are out of everybody's way. I didn't experience that. I felt it on the first lap several times in practice, but I haven't actually experienced that in this deep into a run. Interesting. Let's see what happened there. Turned in. Everything was okay. Just a little bit of a snap. I think that's something that we won't have to deal with too terribly much. Obviously, cold tires is going to be a thing. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I think I can run this 44.78 here. I think if I put a good lap together and focus up, that I can do that relatively easily. They're all the top split guys. We'll get into our split here shortly. I hope we'll be competitive. Jaden's in here. Jaden Munoz, good to see him. He's super fast. We have not been that fast in the LMDH yet. We've been fast, but not anywhere near that fast. So expected, but again, that's not really the goal of our attempt. So, anyways, we'll load in here in our GT3. Hopefully, we do have a multi-class split. 2100 we should be. There were tons and tons of cars registered, so we won't be in top split. We might not even be in second split this time, honestly. So we'll see. Actually, we probably won't be in second split. I assume there's going to be a really big top split and then a good second split. We might be at the top of third split. We'll just have to wait and see, obviously. We don't really care. This is just for science and testing sake, but, you know, it'll be good to get comparative data as to where we're at. Not just pace-wise, but slow loading. Gosh, all right. Hopefully the FPS holds up. We've had troubles here at Daytona with the big fields before and the lighting changes and everything, so we should be okay. I don't think there's going to be any issues, but we've had some issues in the past with it. I don't think it'll be a big deal. Once we get rolling, once we get out and spread out a little bit, pace lap might be a little bit scary, but we should be all right. Again, we won't qualify. We don't care. So all right. Oh man, there's a bunch of LMDHs. How many cars are in split? 47, 25 LMDHs, and then 22 GT3s. We are the 39 cars, so we are the 14th of 22 GT3s. I said, so that's good. That'll put us right in the range of being right kind of in the middle, theoretically, in iRacing of this, or on iRacing, excuse me, of this group at least. And we'll see what our pace looks like. So again, we'll start from the back. Not take anything too seriously here. Anybody that we recognize or know? Doesn't look like it. All right. Anyways, so track temp 77. Going to be kind of an evening-ish race. Our pit box is going to be way back there. We got to be careful down pit entry. 45 minutes. front tires here. Just test this. Okay, so that did give us a black flag. Awesome. So we don't have to speed on pit road. That's what we were trying to figure out there. See how bad the warm-up is here. Yeah, I'm just going to give it a slight lift just to be safe. Cooler track temps might be a little bit scary. Alright, again, we're going to go out for Q, but we're not going to register a lap. So we can start towards the tail, because I think there will be death at some point. And I want to be able to take a chill, so. Still waiting. What are we waiting for? What happened? Where did we go? We've had this before at times. I don't know what. There we go. Alright, qualify. Cool. So again, not going to run a lap. Doesn't matter. Run full fuel. But we'll see how much grip we have on our second lap and third lap then, which would be the two flyers if we were running flyers. So no hybrid in this car, so no weird strategy for qualifying, just straight out. Pick up our black flag there. Perfect. There we go. Should be able to easily run 3 flyers here, or just about 3 flyers at least. Run about 100 laps of practice in this car with this set, so I know it well. That includes 2 full fuel runs, which have been about 30 laps apiece or so. So this will be good. This will be a good chance to see what we got. Don't expect to drive through the whole field and win or anything like that, but we'll see if we can make passes, how the car handling is, how the tire wear is, that type of thing, which will be good information. So, of course, in the race, the guys will be getting 4 tires every time when you're getting that amount of fuel. In this race, with the short fuel fill, we'll only get front tires. Thanks, Dave, for pointing that out for me. It's probably going to be a Tuesday video. I'm trying to plan this out. I am going to be gone in a couple of weeks for an entire race week, basically, so I'm going to try to plan out how this is going to go in that time. Again, I adore my L&DH, but this is still a good car. I like the handling of this car. The rear engine actually makes it really nice to drive and be able to push. A lot of grip under acceleration. Maybe not the most predictable car ever of the GT3 field, but it's not a bad one. I like it. I've grown to it in the couple months I've been driving it here, so. Again, what did I say, 22 GT3s, we were the 14th of them, so should put us in good back of the pack starting position to be able to make some moves going forwards, hopefully. Again, I am not good in GT cars. I have not been my entire iRacing time, so we'll see. This is also not an American split, it appears, perhaps, with my latency bar there. Part of our problems. I think we'll be just fine. Let's see what our lap is going to be here if we were to. .45.8. It's not terrible. just about everybody on a dedicated Q set's going to be faster than that. A little bit wide there after the second horseshoe. A little bit tentative there, leaving the infield onto the oval. Probably cost us a little bit of time. Not perfect. See if we can hit the bus stop though, that's going to be a key. .45.1, so quite a bit faster. Again, I think for being on a full fuel race set, that's not too terribly bad. Felt pretty good. A little bit of a slide into turn 2 there, the International Horseshoe. Still slippery through there on coldish tires. Might have to make an adjustment for that. We'll see how it feels in the race. Definitely don't want the guys to be spinning out if it's going to be like that for several laps. So. Limited fuel could be hurting that as well. Purple sector 1 and 3. Should have time to finish this lap. For now, we're going to start 18th. Pretty good bus stop there. 19th we're back to, cool. Fewer cars behind us, the better. Sector 5, 45 flat, so 45 flat in the race set, I'm pretty happy with that. Granted, that was our third lap, so we had a little more tire heat, but pole 44.7, so I mean, we're thereabouts. We would be in the top 5 for Q lap, just with our pace on the race set, so we'll see what we can do. Again, no real expectations for us here, but once this resets, I'm going to go back and make sure my sound is working correctly. Appears to be. Awesome. Mic is working. Wonderful. I don't know why this keeps defaulting to not full screen, but whatever. All right. We are ready to go here. Starting, what did I say, back in 18th or something. So the fast LMDHs at this split are about 131 dead. All right. We're ready. Get set here. Front tires only. We won't need that much fuel, but we'll just leave it for now. Again, we're not going for pace or anything, so. All right, we're ready. Thanks as always for coming along to give this a watch. Hopefully it's enjoyable. We'll see what kind of pace we have. I think we'll be able to drive through a lot of these guys. Not sure about all of them. I think that, again, our pace on the race set right there was relatively telltale because we would have started, what, on that third lap, which, again, we could have gotten if I think we did a little more tire warming. We would have started 6th. So right up there around top 5 pace. Again, we'll see who makes mistakes, who has fueling issues on the pit stop, who gets how many tires, that type of thing. We'll just have to wait and see. But I think we're going to be okay. We'll see if the low wing pays off. We just got to be very, very careful the first maybe 2 laps through the kink. And after that, it shouldn't be a problem. But if it is, obviously, that's not a big deal. If I wreck, I wreck, and we'll just make an adjustment for next time out. You see here we're sitting at 37 FPS on the grid. That's not great. Yeah, the LMDHs should pull away pretty quickly. It'll probably take them, I don't know, 4 or 5 laps to catch us, I would guess. Then we'll have to deal with that for the remainder of the race for the next, I don't know, whatever it is, 36, 37 minutes or so. So, yeah, I'm excited, ready to go. Like I said, thanks for coming by. Make sure you drop a like down below so I know you enjoyed this race and the content.
We take it easy in T1.
We'll see how this is going to work out.
Good luck, guys.
All right, timer is up. Let's get rocking here. We're going to wait a little bit for the LMDHs to get away. Looks like the guy behind us, Panos, is blinking. I'm ready to go. I am hype. Yeah, it'd be good if we were able to drive up some of the field. I'm not sure I want to drive up through everybody. That'd be a little bit of an interesting thing that happens. But I'd like to drive up into single digits. I think we can pass 10 cars if we don't have anything go wrong. We don't have any mistakes or crashes, obviously. It's a big part of it, but I think that's a possibility to finish up in the single digits. So let's roll off. We're ready to go. Again, we don't know what kind of race pace anybody else has either, so I suppose it's not a fair comparison at this stage, but we'll see. We are about to go green. We are a long way back. Looks like there's a big scramble up ahead. See how this works out. We are going though. At 48 FPS, lovely. Oh, there they go, they're dying already. Okay. Can't see, cars all over the place it looks like. Alright, good start. We got a couple spots at least. So.
Hey guys, when you wreck, can you hold the brakes instead of rolling back through traffic?
Sorry, I missed my braking point. I was not paying attention.
Oh, there's another spinner. Alright, so we might drive through like half the field here immediately. Alright. Again, be nice and chill through here.
What's the worst GT3 start I've ever seen? Yep. Come on, guys, we're 2K drivers. That was pitiful.
Alright, well, this has been insane. I don't know how far the leaders have gotten ahead. Looks like quite a ways, but top 5's not too terribly far ahead at this point.
So. It didn't help that half of the GT3s jumped the leader. So.
Yeah, man, they got to figure out a way to do the starts better. Yeah, get a black flag if you jump start, something like that.
Alright, we'll get by the Apple Porsche there, Marcus behind.
The leader doesn't.
Good first lap. We've made decent progress up through the field here.
Yeah, those rear cars just get this big
jump.
See
where we are position-wise.
Not courteous.
Started 19th, keep in mind. But
then they took it 3 wide and
had a couple minor zero contacts, zero X's.
Row 5 didn't understand how to take
Not
it
sure.
3 wide.
Looks like the front 3 or 4 may have gotten away. But top 5 is still within reach. I think we're going to be maybe 11th. 11th. Let's see if we can get up on the back of these guys and get caught up here. LMDHs will probably catch us earlier than I anticipated just because of how slow that first lap was for all of us. So we're +8 there on the first lap, which is a great start. Not sure if we're going to be able to latch on the back of this group of drafters up ahead. So might need a little bit of help with that. Slight lift through there, a little bit wobbly. Again, I intended to push it 110% though, so that's what we're gonna do.
I'm not gonna pass you, Craig. I'm just trying to escape the draft.
And now they start to pull us again here. Which kind of sucks.
I think you can pass me, Johnny.
In the draft, they'll make more time, obviously, but they'll have to slow down a little bit being on top of each other through the bus stop here. Got a pretty good entry there. Oh, big slide over the curb. We're almost in draft range. It cost us just a little bit of momentum there on exit. Might get a slight sniff here, though. Should be good. Just closed on Tyler. Hopefully the FPS will get itself sorted out. Very tricky in these FPSs. I think the grandstands have to go, unfortunately. Which looks cool, but performance of the car is better, so. I'll have to remember to turn that off post-race. Field isn't too terribly spread at this point. They're a little bit spread, but nothing crazy. A little bit of a slide through the kink again. Made up good ground this lap through the infield. Definitely in the tow here. Looks like Thorsten's just going to let Kevin go. We're definitely in the tow to get a little bit of help here down the straightaway. Hopefully we can continue to close up. Still 11th. Still think we're in touch of getting up to 6th here. Probably don't have the pace of the front guys quite. See if these two in front of us battle a little bit. Should be right about a 44 or 45 flat, excuse me. It's going to be 44.95. Awesome.
Guys, what the fuck is problem with you?
Looks like we have more issues and incidents ahead.
Brother?
That was, I think, some of the leading GT3s is Omar there, so. Oh, yeah, we probably need more wing.
Omar, I was beside you. What's up?
We'll have to look at that post-race, but I think we need more wing there if we're still sliding through there like that. Just for the guy's sake, I can handle it, but
You just
just for their
smashed
comfort
the
in the
door
long
for
run,
what thing?
definitely want more stability. At least a little bit more.
You keep dive bomb.
We'll look at the rear suspension as well, see if there's anything we can do with that.
Man, I was not a diver. I was directly behind you and beside you. What are you talking about?
Okay, I will do
FPS
the
dropping
same.
and changing like it is making it a little bit tricky. But again, it's nothing too crazy. It's what we're here to learn, so it's all good. And they're a little bit flat that time, overslowed for the bus stop ever so slightly, which is better than overdriving and dying. Oh, I was blinking a little bit. So it cost us a couple tenths there, mostly on the exit. Still good, still within touching distance, and we're definitely pulling Johnny behind, who's all by himself, so that's good. We can just keep this solid pace here. Open up that gap to the cars behind, allow us to try to be a little more clever here the rest of the way. See 7th right up there, a couple seconds in front of us, that other Porsche, the 3rd in front of us. Again, the problem is here we're all kind of in like a F1 style DRS train here of we're all getting to draft together and so none of us are really going anywhere. Which is a little bit unfortunate. We're trying different lines here, just trying to get some later apexes. It's not really working. Johnny's actually has decent pace behind us by himself. Just don't have quite the rear end grip we need to get off these corners really, really aggressively. It's not awful. Definitely something to work on, look at. I have to just go with a little bit more rear end stability. Not just from aero, but also from chassis and suspension. We'll look into that. Definitely a lot more stability for Tyler ahead of us than Thorsten and myself both. Just go with that much fuel. Not sure how much we actually need. See if we can get a big run here. Maybe take this 3 wide to make the pass. Not sure if that's going to pan out, but we gotta try it. Try something. Otherwise, we'll just fill this hole. For now. Car had braked earlier than I was expecting. Was ready for. He's kind of lost touch with Kevin ahead though, so we'll see if we can get him into the bus stop, perhaps compromise him. .6 seconds back to the LMDH leader, Craig King. Here they come. Get to us here off of the infield section. Now we got dead GT3 there. It's Omar again. Might be close enough to try this move, we'll see. Oh, we got dead people ahead.
Whoever that GT was I just killed, I take no responsibility. I flashed. You should be paying attention.
Yeah, that was his fault. I've seen it all.
Thank you very much.
You should have stayed on the left.
I flashed enough.
Yeah, I saw that. You did nothing wrong there, correct?
Negative.
Not really anywhere to go here. Which kind of is unfortunate, but try it out here. Looks like he backed out. I'm a little bit deep in there. I was trying to make it work around the outside. Went in pretty deep, tried to make it work, and didn't have to because he let us go, but we'll make the pass. We're up to 7th, so got a freebie there. Made 2 passes the last couple laps, so that's good. Sander there was going aggressive.
I mean,
he
can
went
you hold your
to
line?
the right when there was no space there. He went for it though. Big dive there from the Cadillac.
Sorry to the Porsche. I thought you were gonna take the line. Sorry.
Victor, that was awful. Some of these guys, man, you can tell they're 2000 hurting LMDHs. I mean, again, it's whatever.
Sorry for slamming it around you
Jesus.
back there in turn 1, Mars. I was avoiding the rejoining GTP.
All right, well, we'll see what happens now. We're away from the guys behind us a little bit at least. So we've opened up that gap. Looks like might have been issues there for whatever his name was, the Porsche that we passed. Still more GTPs. What did we say? There were 25, so a couple more coming.
It's okay, it doesn't matter. Sucks for your race, mate. No hard feelings. What the fuck? Hey, asshole.
I think that was debris. Took a nice late apex here. Followed the GTP through on the lap Porsche. I lost a little bit of time there, but nothing crazy. Alright, well, we're back rolling at least. Back in the tow. Every little bit counts. Johnny definitely made up time there. Made slight ground on Tyler. But we're away, so we're good. That was 22nd place LMDH, so that might be the last of them for the first time through if a couple of had issues or left already, so. If so, that was good. We can still see Kevin up ahead, 3.5 seconds. We definitely lost time on him. The front 5 are gone. They're pretty spread out, but they're all gone collectively. So not going to be running down the top 5 today. We might be able to end up 6th here if we can put some nice laps together. But Kevin looked pretty sporty that first couple laps that we were behind him. So we'll see how it shakes out. A little bit conservative in turn 1. Not intentionally or anything. Definitely scary to be the passer rather than, or the passee rather than the passer. I much prefer being the passer. You can kind of control where you put your car, make better moves. But, oh yeah, definitely need more wing. It's just not stable enough in these cooler temps. We're just not getting the rear grip that I could get with the full fuel. That could be part of it. Full fuel over the rear tires helps. But it's just not stable enough, so we're going to put more rear wing in it for the guys, maybe make a rear end suspension adjustment. I'll have to look at it afterwards. And definitely turn off the crowds, because this FPS sucks. Just enough. It's not a huge issue, but it's just enough an issue that sucks, so. Not quite pulled away from Marcus. We've pulled away a good amount, and he's kind of still got Tyler around him, so. Did pick up a 1X one of those times through the bus stop with the traffic. I didn't get to mention that because we were in a big battle at the time, but did pick up a 1X there. Not ideal. Not the worst thing that's ever happened. But we might be just about matching speed with Kevin ahead, maybe just slightly faster on this lap, but we're not going to, again, run him down or anything unless he has a problem with his pit stop or, you know, something like that, or he falls off a cliff with pace. I think he's in the BMW, so not sure how they wear compared to what we'll have. Go. Good exit from turn 1 that time. Made a little more time. Actually made about 3 or 4 tenths there on Kevin. It looks like he might have had a scruffy turn 1. We're up 2 tenths, but again, we're going to lose a lot of that through the oval. We had our best lap with the big toe. Happy with the set as a whole. Again, not perfect. Seems to drive relatively nicely, but we'll see what we got as far as the end of the tire stint, what the rear tires feel like, when the fuel burns off a bit, and what we got left to fight with. That's going to be the key, because obviously half the races run with low fuel, essentially, so. pretty good through the bus stop. Again, just about even with the car ahead. Gonna lose out time with not having a tow. Close behind with Tyler and Marcus. We'll see if they battle each other hard enough to lose time. Looks like they may have already. Tyler had a hard time passing that one Porsche that we got him with in the traffic the first time through, so that could be just he's having trouble passing cars with the wing he's got or whatever. So they'll open us up just about 2 seconds of gap here. This is good. This is probably the most competitive I've been in a GT3 car in quite a while. Again, it's a lower split. It's a whatever 22-2300 SOF GT3 split, but I don't think any of these guys are scrubs necessarily. I mean, they all got the 2K, so makes it feel pretty good to have a little bit of pace at least. It's not a lot, but we're not last, so that's good. Some laps through there were okay if we get our line right. It's just when we don't, it's pretty sketch. So seems to be closing down the infield ever so slightly on Kevin. Just about even on the oval through the bus stop. We'll see how that shakes out with the pit stop and stuff. Again, we're going to put front tires on just to try to grip up the front for the second half, or the last chunk at least. Get the auto fuel all set. We need 9 gallons. Again, still just about even. I think as soon as we see the LMDH is coming, we're gonna come in the pit road whenever they come up to us, because again, we're at that point now.
Can you at least be predictable?
GT3 leader just said best lap. Johnny's caught Tyler just about, at least in the draft, so hopefully they'll go to battle a little bit. Marcus had a big issue there in turn 1. Made ever so slight gains on the car ahead. Slight gains are all we need, though. See, the LMDH is back there. The leader's about 16 seconds back, so we might not pit this time, but the next time it's going to be about right on the maths, so.
You are fucking boring player.
You moved in the braking zone. That's not my fault.
Again, just about even.
You are fucking noob player, dude.
Marcus is gone. 3 seconds behind us now. Still battling with Johnny, so nice gap. We made that lap. Just about halfway here when we come through next time, so we'll come into pit. About 3 laps here to go, so we're right about pit stop time anyways. We'll come at the beginning of the cycle. Try to avoid the LMDHs as they come through once more before they pit. Anything that you can do to avoid LMDH being in your way in this car through the infield is key. The closing speed is just so crazy, and the braking distances they have is insane. So let's see what we can do here on our pit stop. Try to close up or maybe even jump Kevin. Gonna be tough. He looks like he has decent pace, but try and make up a little bit if we can. Big slide there for me. Cost us a couple tenths through the second horseshoe. Hopefully we can put these front tires to good use. Looks like Johnny's gotten around Tyler through traffic. We'll see how that shakes out. They won't catch us before the bus stop, but they will catch us after, which is fine because we're going to be coming in. So, yeah, you see them on. We might need to go one more here. We're not close behind. If most of them are spread out or whatever, we might have to keep going. Yeah, we're going to come down, give us a little bit of tow, which is nice. One more coming, then a big gap. So yeah, I think we got to keep going. At least one more lap here. Then they might catch us, more of them at least. They may also be pitting, so we'll go one more. Easily pass before turn 1. Actually worked out pretty well for the most part. Big time difference there, but Kevin did have to wait slightly. Some of the traffic. We just got within about 2 seconds there briefly, and I flubbed up that exit, which is fine. So it's either going to be this lap or the next lap for the whole GT3 field anyways.
Dude, you're blind?
We're towards the front of the pack-ish. Johnny's may have a little bit of time on us.
I thought you will take inside. Normally.
Yeah, we will come in here so we don't have to deal with all the LMDH traffic that's going to be coming through the next lap or so. See if anybody else around us comes in. Johnny or Kevin, obviously, are the two we're looking at. All right, 9.8 gallons. Should be good. Looks like the leaders are coming in. Our brake marker needs to be. No idea. Looks like Kevin's not coming in yet. Ah, yes he is. No idea where my guy is though. Did I miss him? I think I missed him. I think he was right at the end of pit road. Frick. Nope, he's down here. Okay, cool. That's the hardest part of this with the split pit road. Alright, well, that's cool. Add 9.5 gallons. See how we do. They're coming out there. Front tires are done. They're actually going to beat Kevin out.
Are you kidding me?
Be right
Are
behind
you
Rado.
kidding?
Great cycle there.
You need to. I'm reporting you
Cycle
that.
very well.
Thank you for ruining my race. That was my chance to win.
Hey, don't worry. He thought I was clear and he just drove straight to the side of me.
All right, so rear tires
Nah,
should
he
be
was
basically at
stopped
the
like
temp.
right in the track, and I had nowhere to go.
Yeah, but he held his brake, so I don't see how it's protestable.
Well, he could have reversed.
No, then that's protestable.
Yeah, reversing is the opposite of what you should do in that situation.
We should honestly be protesting you for saying such a thing.
Yeah, that's a good point. He's got a point there.
Some people are funny. Anyway, so
No
I guess we were
apology
second
there.
there.
Like, I mean,
Hang on. With no offense, from everything I've heard, you should be the one apologising to him because he's locked it down and kept it stationary. You've driven into him. He should be apologising to me for trying to get away and then hitting me.
At the end of the day, it sounds like he was just a passenger and you got caught up in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's not really worth all this emotional investment.
Yes, it is. This is my sim.
This is my one chance to be a real race car driver.
Alright, well, we're 5th. 4th is right in front of us here for Rado. So, good pit cycle. Great pit cycle, actually. See if we can stick on the back of this Mercedes. He was quicker in the first stint, but obviously started way ahead, so that's part of it. Still getting our front tires up to temp. We have a big gap now, 6 seconds back to Tyler and Johnny. That's for 7th, so.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd love to know what damage I've got after he hit.
I got 12 minutes of damage.
Are you losing top speed?
I have no idea. Do I look like I'm losing top? I'm losing top speed.
Yeah, it seems like it. I'm not gonna pass you here, just go.
Alright. Probably will only have to deal with maybe
like
2 more runs through in the GTE or LMDH field. And then we'll be through with them. We're just about in the toe of Rado up ahead. Probably getting close to having front tire temp now. At least survivable front tire temp. Made a mistake through there slightly. We'll make up time here. Actually, really good bus stop for us.
I mean, according to the replay, he reversed,
Kevin behind.
like, and then, like, instead of, like, just going forward,
Good time here.
place.
Kevin might have actually had to slow down there with the amount that he's dropped back, but we're 2 seconds up on him now. We ran the back of Rado. Great lap time for us there. See if these front tires, new front tires, help us. Rado does lift off for us there. Alright, so we made the pass, we're up to 4th. Now we gotta try to hold it for the next 15 minutes. A little bit deep in there, a little bit of a slide. How far have the front 2 gotten? Plenty, so. 4 seconds ahead isn't crazy if he gets caught in some traffic. Daniel, that is, but we're not just going to catch 4 seconds here in this short of a stint, so. Here comes Anil. Again, we'll use this kind of working together here with Rado to open up this gap, hopefully to Kevin. Lock us in both the top 5, perhaps. Here comes Chris. He'll pass us before turn 1, hopefully. Have to go around the outside, though. Front tires might be the move here. I think that we're pretty sporty. It's just good enough, it looks like, to rotate a little bit better through there. We'll see how it holds up as we go. If we don't spin out the kink. Good exit there from us. Pulled the guys behind just a little bit. Obviously that had nothing to do with my front tires, so I don't know what that was, but we made it regardless. Again, pretty good through there. Definitely within tow range, 4/10 back. Nothing we can do about that. Seems like we might have a little bit less rear wing though, which may help us here towards the end. last lap dash to the finish line. Lear's at 45.2. We're going to be about that, maybe a little bit slower. Just inching towards Daniel. Again, still not enough time, I don't think, to catch him and pass him unless he has a mistake or something, but we're inching up closer. A little bit wide there at the second horseshoe. Again, decent exit. Kevin just struggling to keep a little bit of a toe behind Rado. Our pace has been good. I'm happy with it, honestly. Another really good lap. We're losing all the time on the best lap from the toe, but again, going to be a low 45-15 or so. It's like a 12. Yep, 12. So good exit there. A couple more tenths on Rado behind. They're decently, slightly better than the previous lap. A little bit of a micro lock up into there, that's not going to help. Big time slide on the rear end exit there cost us about 2 tenths. Slid all the way through there, started with being out wide, which started from a micro lock. Not ideal. It's going to be the closest he's going to be here. Just going to be about 4, maybe 5 laps to go, depending on where the leaders are. But of course, the time is all down to the LMDHs, so definitely closer through there, 3 tenths back. It's going to be his best shot. He had good momentum off the bus stop. Again, not going to be an awful lap or anything, but I think our low rear wing might be just saving us enough here. He's faster in the toe, obviously, but we're just barely good enough in a straight line to keep him at bay right now. Here comes the LMDH leader, going to catch us here in the infield. He needs to be within about 3 tenths leaving the bus stop to have a chance in the turn 1. If we get through there cleanly, that is, which we should, hopefully. Just barely faster than the 44 ahead, but not enough to go make a charge or anything. The front 2 are still going at it though, so they might not be done. You just see them off there in the distance. More micro locks, but we managed to get stopped. See if Timothy compromises Kevin here. Looks like Kevin's gonna let him go, actually. Classy there by Kevin. Instead of chasing after us, he gives up a little bit of time. Leading LMDHs. They'll both go through without issue. Awesome. Third place, about 5 seconds back. They'll probably catch us on the oval. push it too much there. The front tires were definitely sliding through there. I gotta do what I say about 4 more laps here, so definitely gonna be 4 more, maybe 5. That's where the leaders are at. They might lap us again though at this rate, honestly. So here comes 1, maybe 2 will get us. Not gonna be quite close enough for Stefan. That was actually my best lap. Compromise Stefan there a little bit, but again, I'm racing for me too, so. Yeah, that was a really good lap the last time, 44.88. Some help from GTP draft, just ever so slightly. Again, micro locking into there. Handling just starting to go away. The weight balance and transfer. Apart from the handling characteristics we already had, and the frame stuttering isn't helping, but that's not an excuse for that, so. More GTPs coming through here. What did we say? There were about 22 of them on track at one point, so. See if Bobby's able to get us here before the bus stop. Looks like he will. Maybe it's going to be a big send, but we'll let him go. There. Might as well just use it on the exit as well. It's our second of the day. Not a big deal.
That little moment there, Daniel.
Again, 3/10 back to Rado here. 2/10 now, got a big run. Won't be able to pass us before the start-finish line. We just have that straight line performance in this aero package. But might just be close enough to put some pressure on the next lap, so gotta be aware of that. Crash up ahead. Who is it? Second place GTP. Stopped there in a really bad spot. Any cars coming through there too wide are gonna hit him for sure. So not great. Kind of sucks, honestly. Must have just dropped a wheel or done a slide trying to run down the leader. Maybe it was all over the top of him, just a mistake. So. Kevin's just about 1 second back now from Rado. Not touching distance anymore immediately unless we start to battle or something. Still micro-locking in there, but managed to get stopped again decently enough. Yes, here on the oval. Nathan will not. He will guess after the bus stop. He will get Kevin, though. Beforehand, easily. Just trying my best not to fudge up the entry because it's so sketchy right now. At this point, the tires, big run coming for Rado again here. Lots of GTPs. Just a couple laps left here. Should have the fuel for it without issue. 3 to go is plenty. Ty Johnson is actually on our lap. Good opportunity for us to gain time here as he had to let the LMDH go in the middle of the International Horseshoe. Definitely caught Daniel a lot here. Had to have a lift through there. We were going to not make it with Philip. Again, I think we have good straight line speed, so if we never get within the toe of Daniel, then maybe we could have a shot in the last lap. We're close right now. We're pretty close. We're not there yet, but we're pretty close. Opened up just about 1 second back to Rado behind. We're getting a little bit of a sniff here. Gonna be 2 to go when we come back. Should have the fuel for that without any issue. Good buffer. Another 1X worth it though. Pick up every bit of tow we can get. Ugar, go by. Good straight line speed from Daniel as well. We didn't really make up really much of anything there. 2 laps left, we got to get him.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Need no mistakes here for 2 laps. Got 1 more LMDH, which is actually the lap car shown sun there.
You guys do that.
Had to try it. I enjoyed that fight.
What happened there?
I go way too much speed.
I think we just about pulled from Rado, so should be clear from that. Got 1 more lap, try and make this up. Arthur will come through us here on the oval before start finish. Now it's gonna be another 1X and a slowdown. Nope, no slowdown. Alright. Thought that for sure was. I underdrove the hell out of that. Awful last 2 laps for me. We're picking up X's like candy, but I want this podium. Came from as far back as we did. It's going to be tough to get there, but I want to try it. We're going to need a perfect lap here. Chris will get us before turn 1, thankfully. Was compromised ever so slightly there. Not sure we have the straightaway speed to pass him though. He seems to have pretty low wing as well. We're in range though, we got a shot. No draft for him. Alright. This is the moment.
Get right there, everyone.
That was a nice battle. That's fun.
Try to compromise him here.
Okay, sorry, nearly had him. Ryan, sorry if I was aggressive there. No,
I think we got it. We got through there really well.
Oh, good man, nice race.
I tried to push you around him, Ryan.
Yeah, it was a good effort.
Wonderful race at the front of the GT3 field there. That was great. Let's go. 19th to 3rd. We'll take that all day. What a drive. Passed a bunch of cars.
Right, guys.
We got a couple freebies, but passed a lot of cars. Pit strategy was wonderful. We timed it out right. We got by Daniel. Just made him give us the bus stop entry. That was awesome. That was a total blast. Totally worth it. I know what I need to do to set, hopefully to help make it a little bit better, but we'll check what the tire wear is as a comparison here. Pitted right at halfway. First run, the front tires were 85, 89. We'll check what they are here after. Got half a lap of fuel left. That was wonderful fun. I loved that so much. That was great fun. I can't wait for my LMDH start here later this week. Maybe we'll run 2 if it's this much fun, because that was awesome. I loved it. So, yeah, the podium is great. from as far back as we started. That's wonderful. I think those two in front of us start towards the front, maybe in top 5, maybe even on the front row. So they got away. But we'll take it. I know what to do moving forwards with the set. I know what to do traffic management, where you can't pass, where you can't if you're an LMDH, what that feels like now. So that's great. Great start. Timers run out. We'll check what I say they were on the front tires. 85, 89. Oh wait, rear tires want 89s across. So, all right. That run 85, 90. So we took care of the front tires a little bit more on the rear tires as well. Definitely need some more rear aero. So we'll see how that goes. Just a wonderful race. I mean, we picked up a couple 1Xs there at the end. I didn't want, but they got us in position to try to take that podium spot, and we took it. So it would have been really dumb if I did all that work and got up there just to not get the podium. That would have sucked. But this is definitely a European server, by the way. I just looked at that. So that's part of our issue. I forgot to drive the damn crowds. That's all right. I'll go do that. All right. We'll see what we got here as far as results. Race event. Yes, please. I'm happy with that. 19th to 3rd. What a wonderful drive. 19th to 3rd. We pick up all the positions. How many? 25. So these guys started not right at the front. This guy was actually the pole sitter, it looks like. 77 I didn't gain, which is good. We didn't gain any SR or lose any, which is good. Good. These guys are all right at about 2,300. So just a wonderful, wonderful race. Well, no, this is 26th car. Where did we start? So this guy started 2nd. So if there are 25 LMDHs, he started 2nd. He started, looks like 10th, but we started all the way back in 19th. So passed all these cars, actually started right behind Kevin that we saw at the beginning there. He got away a little bit, but Johnny came back through with us from the back in the field. Manuel, who we never really saw after that first corner incident. We had good pace at the end. We were running our best laps, not quite on the par of these guys, a little bit faster, a couple tenths, but that could have been early in the run with traffic and stuff. So getting big drafts. Super happy with that. What a great performance. 29 laps, looks like 16 were led by Timothy. 9 by Craig, who got killed at one point there. And who was that dude that was bitching all over the place? Where's that guy? This is the guy. Here we go. 2,600 complaining about protesting people in IMSA. What split was this, actually? Split number 5. That's pretty wild. Out of 8, it looks like. We're in the bottom half. So, struggle bus city, but that was a total bunch of fun. I really enjoyed that. Longer video, about an hour, 10 minutes so far. We'll wrap it up. But thanks for all support. I'm definitely going to get another one of those in the LMDH, maybe 2. I got some other stuff to record. Going to try to run B-Fix this weekend as well sometimes. We'll see how that works out as far as timing and how ready we are for that. Never miss up an opportunity to go race at Old Atlanta, even in something I haven't driven in the whole season, which is the Xfinity car. So we'll see how that goes. Make sure you drop a like and a sub down below. My name is Andy Ashman from iRacing, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, NASCAR Dirt to Daytona, anything else I may post. It's been wonderful to have all the support lately. Truly fills my heart. So thanks to everyone that's enjoyed the videos and came to race with me and everything else. It's been wonderful. So that's gonna be it for today. Till next time. Bye.